my comrades or not, I don't know how you call yourself. My name is Adam. I'm the head of ICT, NYC Secretariat Gombe. Before I start, maybe it's my first time I saw nurses are late. This is my first time. I'm about 40 something years. Because I even wonder when I go to the hospital, I saw they give a doctor the what? Medical director. Because always you see, you go to the nursing station, you see they are there, doctors are not there. This is my first time actually to see the nurses are late. Always they are what? Front and there. So maybe secondly, let me start by the first stage of failure. This is my mentor used to say, or when you are in university, is when you try to blame somebody. This is the first stage of failure. We, the what, the college and NYC, were just a what operating system between the NYC and you. We are just a custodian of your data. Your data, you go and what start for jam, apply for the college, they give you admission based on the name you put on the jam, the date of birth you put on the jam, and then the college give you admission. So later on, when you finish, the college will send that data to the what the list of graduating list to the NYC, and the NYC will proceed on that. So anything comes wrong is you because NYC from their database, when they collect the data from the college or university, they have to match or compare. Is this name tally with the name you search for the jam? If yes, correct. If no, they have to discard the college one and then pick for the jam. The same thing with the date of birth. If the college give the date of birth and then the what, the computer will that is the software will what match. Is this date of birth given by the what, the college or university tally with the what, the jam date of birth? If yes, fine. If not, they will discard the what, the college date of birth and pick the jam. That's all the troubles come. You say you had the what PCM, that is protocol club members. They say NYC, they what change my date of birth, or the university or college they change the date of birth. This is a very wrong. From the start, you go and search for the jam. You put the date of birth, you are safe, you put the name. Maybe my name is Adamu Adamu, where I want to apply for the college. I wrote Adamu Adamu, maybe my uncle name is Isa. But I start for jam with what Adamu Adamu. So automatically the what I have three names here, I have two names here. So let me give the what, just the skeleton of the what registration processes, online registration. Let me give you in what block diagram so that we discuss them one by one and then finish. So once you get that block diagram, I think you don't have any issue. The first one is what, creating a profile. That is the first block. The second block is what, you must have functional email address. The third block is what, biometric data, your biometric data. The fourth is what, your fingerprint capturing and passport. And then the last one is submit. And then after you submit, you are in your dashboard, you can print your green card, and then you can apply change of date of birth if and only if you have WAEC, because the NYC is only recognize those who sat for WAEC. And then you can print your follow-up later when it's ready. And then, so let me come back again. I told you the block diagram is what, creating a profile, functional email address, biodata, and then what, biometric and what, passport. I forgot one, and then payment, and then submit. So after you submit, I told you you can able to print your green card and then call up later, and then you can change. You can apply for the change of what, date of birth. So let me start with the what profile. Before you start, I told you you must get a functional email address, that is which will be used for NYC for the what only 1 year. Once you got that email, and then NYC now, you can't go to your room and say you are because you know the what the website of NYC, you can start registration. No, you must go to accredited cyber cafes. You can, when you go to our website, you saw if you are in Gombe, you can able to what know all the accredited cyber cafes are there in our website. Or if you know where they are in the town, so that you can only go to that accredited cyber cafe. If not, you can't do your what fingerprint, because it's only them allowed, because we screen them, we what give them certificate, they can what operate. If and only if there is any issue, we can able to what trace them, and then do sanction them, or do whatever we want, because they violated our rules. So identify the what cyber cafe operators. Once you go there, they will create a profile for you. I told you you must get a functional email address. Once you get a functional email address, they will log in into our site, put your jam number and your matric number. A link will send to your email. I told you you must get a functional email address. The reason for that sending of that link is that we don't want a situation whereby a robot will register on you. So that we call it registration by proxy. Because once you get you get a mail, the system would send a link to that email. Robot cannot operate in that way. So go back to that mail. A link has been sent. Click on that link. The same uh, the link will go back to that NYC what site, and then you start your registration, because you have already entered your what jam number and your what ID. So the system will pop up on you. There is a title. If you are what married woman, you will select Mrs. If you are single, just by default is single. So that if you are married, you can change it to married. And then the system would what automatically clocking table, we call it clocking table. Once you get your what jam number and ID number, your information will automatically come up. Your name, your class of degree, and the what your this thing uh, course. So you just continue with the what biodata. Under biodata, you maybe you visited how many state, all that by small question. But there is important one, which is, are you physically, are you sick, or mental what status, poor or good. If you click poor, the system will prompt on you to what upload that medical certificate. As my oga stated, you're, you're advised to get a what verified medical paper from a government institution or military institution, which is signed. If it is doctor, he must put his what medical consult number and his phone number when he sign, and then upload it. Automatically, once you get a correct medical what paper, when they come for deployment, they will put you under sick, so that they will deploy you to your state, if and only if the what that medical paper is genuine. So under that biodata, once you finish that clicking of biodata and all this, have you served in military, have you all these small questions, and then the system will take you to payment. That place is option. Maybe you can leave it after registration, you come back and do the payment. It's allowed, or there and there. So the cafes usually make it easy for you. They got ATM, so that you can pay in cash to them, so that they will use their what card number to pay for you. That one is allowed. And then once you finish that one, the system will what? The next stage is what? Biometric thumbprint and what? Passport. They are in together with them. So please and please don't go to cafe, because they have the design a what a form whereby they say put all this information as I told you, and then leave to them. If and only if you are late, maybe because they like to get more customers, their target is to get what more money, so that they will use their thumbprint. Once you go to come, When you try to verify it's not you, you have to come back and then apply for dropping next batch or next year. You are going to come back. So please and please be there so that you did your thumbprint, take your what picture, that is photograph, and then before you submit, and then so the process of what fingerprint is allowed if you know maybe your hands, like my own during Hamatan, my hand used to sweating or feeling. So use your legs. It's allowed. Either legs or hands. It's allowed. Fingerprint is fingerprint. So if you know you have a problem, maybe seasonally your hand used to feel, or your hand during this season used to have problem. And then for the ladies, please don't go and thumbprint when you apply your what henna, I think, ba. Don't do henna during that registration, because when you go for verification, the system will not recognize you. Still, when you are going to come, don't do this henna. Still, don't apply henna in your hand when you go to come, because so if and only if you must do it, maybe you use your thumbs for registration. So just what discard that term when you are doing when you apply the hand henna in your hands. So that's one for fingerprint. I told you, use your legs or your hand is allowed. If you use your legs when you go to come, just tell the what the ICT guys I use my legs, so that they'll just give you the scanner, thumb it with your legs, and then your what information will come, and then we are going to register you. Passport, as my oga told you, don't what go, if you're ladies, don't apply that spaghetti or have naked dress. If you are guys, please dead drop or what balatoni, what whatsoever. Even you don't go apply a singlet. Maybe you are basketballer, you can apply that singlet. It's not allowed. Two things: the system will what send you a text message. Maybe if you are lucky, through your dashboard, please go and upload this. Your password is not what approved. Go and upload another one. A link will be there in your dashboard. If and only if not, when you come to come, when you realize that this one is not allowed, we are going to send you back. You have to apply. Automatically you are not going to serve on that batch, so that they will drop for you, and then you go to copy, do the what thumbprint and passport upload, and then you wait for the what another batch, so that you come back to the orientation. So after having done all these things, when you do this thing, the system will what ask you verify and what submit. Once you verify and submit, no second chance, no second chance. So all you make sure that all these things are correct, and then when you submit, in your dashboard you see application for change of what name. NYC only allowed two things on that categories: spelling error, name arrangement, or removal of special characters. My name is Adamu Adamu. Maybe I saw is what Adamu Adama instead of A, and instead of U, it puts A. So I can apply through dashboard, through in my dashboard, that is correction of what names, different categories, spelling error, name arrangement, addition or removal of name which is not allowed there. So that I applied spelling error. That Adama, I will just edit it to become you, Adam, so that I will apply it again. But once you apply it, it's allowed only once. Even if you didn't what treat it, when you go to come, they will treat it, because it's the system will automatically, the system the what the application is starting, paste in, paste out. So maybe you are paste, and then maybe I think it's paste in, last out. So maybe if you didn't apply, I applied, my own is treated, because that how they designed the system. Don't panic. They will treat it. Once you applied online, they will treat it by the grace of God. So once you apply, and then after submitting, you can able to what? Apply for what? Change of date of birth. As I told you, NYC only what? Accept those who sat for WAEC. You have to go to, I think it's First Bank, buy WAEC verification fee. When you go back to the NYC dashboard, log in your dashboard, you saw they will say, ask you, put that pin, put that WAEC center number, WAEC number, WAEC what? WAEC number, center number, and that pin, apply. If and only if it's approved, you see in your dashboard, your application has been approved. The system maybe the system has pulled you into assumption. You see the system would what? Revert you to, congratulations, your application has been approved. Wait for your deployment, that is your posting. If not, the system will what? Point you, your application is not approved. So wait for your exemption certificate. You are above 30 years. So, and then having done all these things, you can print your what? Green card. You can print your what? Addendum. Addendum is term or condition. You what? Signed all that information, all that rules and regulation of NYC. You have to what? Print it and sign. When you are coming to orientation camp, you have to come with these ones. And then call up letter. If and only if they release a call up letter, we used to have maybe this batch. If it's batch A, we have stream 1 and 2. If and only if you didn't show your call up what later, automatically you are in stream 2. Don't panic. If you are in stream 2, we are not going to what? To release your call up later. You can able to print your green card and then you have to wait. Don't panic. Automatically you are in stream 2. So if you are in stream 1, once they release the call up later, you can able to print your own and then start deploying. So once you print your what? Call up later, please and please, it's our habit. We didn't read. We didn't read. Please and please read all the content of that call up later before you go to orientation camp, because we used to operate like a army. No mercy, no fear, no anything. So please and please, first look at your date of graduation. Your college or your university will give you a what? Certificate or statement of results. They put date of graduation. Once you print out that column later, you have to compare that date of graduation is tally with our my school date of graduation given to you. If yes, you are okay. If not, quickly come to school. Show them the what? The column later, and then they will compare. They know what? How to communicate to NYC. Secondly, course of what? Studies. Maybe one they said BSc nursing, they put it BSc nursing slash something. Quickly come to the what? The college and then complain to them. The student affairs officer knows how to handle all this. And then if and only if the what? You are male, you saw is female. That one, when you come to orientation camp, we are going to what? Handle that one directly, NYC. And then course of name. Maybe as I give you example, my name is Adamu Adamu. In my jam is what? Adamu Isa. So in column letter, the column letter discard, I told you, always the what? The software discard the school, pick the jam. So when they pick the jam, I saw Adamu Isa. So quickly come and meet your what? Student affairs officer. Don't travel, because we are use this week. Maybe if the orientation will commence next week, publication will be what? All our social media handles. All these things they say, don't don't travel, don't come to orientation camp. If you have all these problems, contact your schools before you start traveling, because nobody will attend you once you what? Go to orientation camp. And then the class of degree, maybe BSc, you saw they put what? B inch. That one is very wrong. come to your what? Student affairs officer. They know how to what? They have their handle, they know how to handle all these things. So let me repeat. Can I repeat the process? Or maybe in skeletal way so that hmm? Are you okay? That is why I say the first stage of failure when you try to blame somebody. Mhm. It's all right. So note, don't come to orientation camp if you have this disparity. If your column letter, that is the date of graduation on your column letter is not tally with the date of graduation on your statement of result, the publication of NYSC said, come to your school, meet your what, student affairs officer so that you can resolve that issue. Don't go to orientation camp. Nobody will attend you. If your course of study is not tallied with your statement of result, don't go to orientation camp. Come back to your school. Your name, if you have three names on your column letter, two names on your statement of result, or three names on your statement of result, two names on your column letter, come to school. Solve your problem with student affairs officer. They know how to what? Class of degree. If you are BSc or BA, they put B inch for you, come back to your school. They know how to guide you to apply, and then the NYC will recommend before you what travel to any orientation camp, because nobody will what attend you. All right. Having done all this thing, as I told you, only the what gender. If you have all these things, but your gender, maybe you are male, you put female. When you go there, my oga will direct you to ICT. You are going to send, even though that one we are not allowed to register you, but we used to send, they will change your gender so that you can able to print another column later, and then so that you can able to register you. Only that one is allowed. And then name correction is only spelling error, name arrangement, or removal of special character. Maybe my name is Adamu Adamu. I saw Adamu Adamu at the end. Instead of that, that one we call it special character, inverted comma, hyphen, all this one we call them. NYC can able to what? Pull out that errors. Okay. So and then on your certificate, as my oga stated, we have like four things on your certificate. At the end of the year, you are going to collect your certificate. This certificate is only tendered once. Nobody will give you another certificate. It's only notification of what certificate. So please and please, that is why we told you to have your data correct so that nobody at the end of the year you say my date of birth is not tally with NYC, my picture, course of study, names, column number, state code. So please and please try to be what guided. Read the instruction before you travel. As my oga is precise on the what married woman. Once in your title you change the what the title to be what Mrs. The system will what allow you to put your what spouse name, they enter your spouse name and your spouse surname. So you usually use to what make, maybe when you go, if you are not there, the system will pick only the what the spouse name, not a spouse surname. So mostly when you go to cafe, you just give them a leave. They too, maybe they are what your spouse name is, maybe your name is Fatima Abdullahi, your spouse name is Adamu Adamu. Okay, maybe Adamu Ibrahim. So when the cafe man is saying, maybe you put Ibrahim as the what spouse name, spouse surname instead of spouse name to be Adamu. So the system automatically will pick the what that Ibrahim, because he mistakenly put, instead of putting Adamu, he put Ibrahim. So you come with a complaint, you don't want this name because it's your what spouse father's name instead of his name. It's your fault because you are not there when the registration is done. Having done all these things, all the documents that married that document, if you didn't put one, the system will what? Will truncate you, put you as normal because they have the criteria. You didn't put that criteria. That is why most of the what concessional requests on marital is not treated. It's not intentional because they give you a criteria. Maybe you put maybe the criteria is four, you put two. Nobody will what treat you. If and only if you put complete and then you deploy to another state, my oga had been said, don't go to other state, come to your state where your husband is there with the originals of this document and then what? Apply, they will send it there in the evening, the thing will change. You can print another call up later, come back to orientation camp. Maybe if they said maybe as that your name will not be changed, if you click, you don't want your name to be changed, but you didn't upload all these requirements, still your name will be changed or you will not get a concessional request. I think maybe I think with this skeletal explanation, sir, brief and something. If you have any question or clarification, we are there to thank you all for this.
Thank you so much. Please give him another round of applause.